Hello everyone, this is Alice Sage with Rise With Me. And I hope that y'all had a lovely weekend, and I hope that y'all are looking forward to brighter days, you know. Sometimes the burdens of this lifetime, you know, may tend to weigh us down some. But we still have to keep pressing forward and still have love in our heart, because love is what's going to raise our vibrations to get us to the place or the point in life that we desire to be. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's get into this, and we're going to do the daily vibe. Let's see what's going on. Alright, let's see what's going on, Divine. Divine, give us a word, please. Give us a word. I see the creator, but I also saw a comparison too. Alrighty, Divine. What would you have your collective to know today? Okay. Postponement. What have we been putting off in our lives that we shouldn't be? What has and on the bottom is projections. So what have we been putting off, which we know that the divine has been nudging at us to do? Alright, divine, what else? Okay, take these two. Alright. Flowering and guilty. Well, the flowering, I don't too much. Oh, okay, thank you, God. You haven't been giving over to guilt. So that's a good thing. Because a lot of times in our lives, we stay in guilt way too long because of not only what other people are projecting onto us, but what we as individuals have projected onto our own selves. Because sometimes we can be our worst critic, our worst judge. So I'm glad to see that that's in the position that it's in. But it's still something that you have been postponing. And it's not good, you know. I just heard paint a pretty picture. So the divine is saying stop holding on to those things that you know that you need to put out of your life, because you're caring more about what people are. That's why projections was out there. You're projecting something out into the world that isn't so. Now, you know that this, and it sounded like it's a relationship. It may be a relationship with another individual. It may be a relationship with yourself. But either way, it's causing you not to be able to get to that abundance that you desire because you keep postponing. You see how, okay, remember we had projection, alright, at the bottom. And this card is postponement. You see out here, when you inside of your house, you in doom and gloom. Alright? Ain't nothing seeming like nothing. You and your counterpart, well, I won't say counterpart, you and your karmic fussing, fighting at each other's throat, everything. And you know that it's not good for you. You know that it's not for your highest good. But when you go outside, you paint a pretty picture. That's not working anymore. Because it's keeping you from becoming the individual that the divine has chosen for you to be. You're postponing your own well-being, and that's just not good. All right, divine, is there anything else that you would have your collective to know? All right, this came in this direction, sideways, y'all saw it. Okay, the thing of it is, this card is playfulness. Now, it's on its way to being upright. It's on its way. If it was headed this way, it'd be headed to the reverse. But by coming out this way, it's more like that. It's just about here. Are you going to continue to live that dull life that you've been living in misery behind closed doors and stuff? And then when you go out, you projecting, you like everything is just so good, so colorful, everything. Get back in that playfulness of who you truly are as an individual, so that you can begin to flower. Because the guilt is in the reverse. You're no longer carrying that guilt, or you should not be carrying that guilt. You can't make someone else happy. Happiness is found within, and then it projects to the outside. But you dead, were dying on the inside, and then when you go outside, you dressing up the outer and putting on a smile and everything, when you know for yourself that you have not been happy. Alright, divine, is there anything else that you would have your collective to know? I mean, shoot, this world already been hard enough. You know, everything that's going on. Aloneness, courage, rebirth, and maturity. Aloneness, courage, rebirth, maturity. Which is basically, bottom line, what we have been talking about. Even though you with somebody, even though you holding on to what you know that you need to let go of out of guilt and this, that, and what other people might say or whatever, you still alone on the inside. You have to have that courage. You have to have that courage to walk away from it and leave it be and have this rebirth. And it comes with maturity. That's how you mature. By having the courage to go within. By having the courage to have that rebirth. By having the courage not to hold on to guilt. That's how you have the rebirth. Basically, you have the rebirth by getting the lease on the lesson, as Newsbury News says, you know. Newsbury Divine, I have to give her credit because I mean, I like that saying. You know, once you learn it, now you'll be tested here and there, just to make sure that you still have it down point, down pat, you know, that it's rooted within you. But once you have that rebirth, you're going to get there. But stop putting it off, because it's not helping you. It's not helping your family. Well, your children anyway. But sometimes we can't even do stuff because that's what our children desire. You can't stay in a relationship because that's what your children desire. Especially when you know long term it's going to hurt them more than it helps them. Because they're going to get into relationships that are loveless, that are painful, that are hurtful. So stop whatever area in your life that you have been postponing, that you have been putting off, that you have been painting a pretty picture to this outside world, me included. Let it go. Have that rebirth. Have the courage to have that rebirth so that you can be playful and joyous. Because love, not hating on nobody, not talking about nobody, not putting nobody down. Because that's not from love. That's not from a place of love. Love is the highest vibration. And if you don't have love for yourself, there's no way you can have love for anyone else. Well, that's enough of that preaching. Well, it's actually teaching because I'm a teacher. Much love. I'll holler at y'all later.